Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another video with Unconventional Counseling. I'm Ada Ad Astra. Now that I've renamed myself, I really like saying my name, so I'm probably going to introduce myself every time, just so you know. So get used to hearing it because I love saying it. And today we're doing a little check-in. We're at the tail end of the calendar year, and there's a lot of energy around so many different things. So I just wanted to check in with you, let you know what's going on a little bit, and what either you might be seeing going on with other people, what might be going on in some of your relationships, or what you're seeing happening within you. Because so much energy is moving in so many different directions, it feels like we're having this multi-dimensional experience all at the same time. It can feel really hard to make sense of even one aspect of what's going on in your life right now. So I'm gonna try the best I can to kind of piece through each of these different experiences and to do it in a fairly short amount of time. Strap in, here we go. So right now, as you know, because of the energies, because of, Mars being retrograde in Gemini, which gives our outward forward momentum a more introspective energy. You may be really focused on your healing right now. You may be really focused on your mental health. You may be really focused on your boundaries. You are focused on what is it that would make me feel more able to connect with other people, more peace within myself. Wonderful places to be, wonderful places to put your energy, because we are in a hermit season right now. We hadn't really left hermit season since Virgo season, astrologically. And what I mean by that is your body may be getting more tired. You might be trying to sleep longer or deeper and finding that you actually have a lot of restless energy or dreams that are very vivid, and it's a little overwhelming to try to just move through the world, because you're waking up with memories and sensations and experiences that you individually had. And for you to express it to anyone, they're just gonna be like, whoa, what a crazy dream. Oh, dang, that really happened? Ooh, but for you, it's real. It's so real. It's as real as touching your own hand. Things have been really strange that way. It might feel like reality don't feel real anymore. Or the ways that you were always like, I hate this about our collective, or I hate this about our society, or I hate this about my family, or I hate this in my relationships or my friendships. Those things are so much more apparent right now. Neptune went direct not too long ago. And because Neptune is such a slow moving energy, and it is in its ruling sign of Pisces, anything that was illusional or that caused us to be delusional dried the fuck up, and all that was left was all the parts that we really, really didn't like, really hated, really upset us, were glaring and in our faces and tangible in front of us, and maybe the other person or other people could also see it too, or feel it too at the same time. Maybe. It's not always it's a hit or a miss with Neptune. We don't always get to connect even more deeply when we have conflict. Sometimes there is, I'm right in my experience, and the other person saying, I'm right in my experience. And sometimes that's the part of the journey that we each are on within that connection, or within that type of archetype of energy that shows up in our life. Whew, I've already said a whole lot. You might want to pause, or at least take a drink of water. So in the sense of cups, in the sense of what's going on for you, and I'm just pulling the first cups card I see, in the sense that's what's going on for you in your relationships right now, Maybe even within your self-love relationship, your internal relationship with you. You're feeling disappointed, disillusioned, you're feeling over it. Maybe you're feeling embarrassed by how you showed up or how another person showed up when it came to conflict. And this experience is not your fault and it's not the other person's fault. As much as you want to potentially make it about, well, they just needed to do X, Y, and Z and that would have just made it so much better. Or I'm feeling all this shame and I just needed to do better and I just need to do better. No, it's not true. What is true, what I'm learning of myself in my own personal journey, what is true is that you did the best you possibly could, given your circumstances, given your environment, given where you're at right now in your journey with mental health, with spirituality, with personal development. Given how much you know yourself today or that day, that whatever went down, you did the best you could. And so did the other person or people involved. There is no blame. All there is how you feel about it. And how you're feeling is you're feeling tired. You don't want to continue with those dynamics, those karmic cycles that showed up so many times before. Karma, there's nothing wrong with karma. Karma is not negative. Karma is not positive. Karma just is. And within this isness that is karma, what we find is how we feel about consequence, how we feel about reward, how we feel about outcomes, and how we feel about change. That's all karma is really here to do. Show us more of ourselves. Right now, you're feeling over it. You might be feeling over your spiritual journey, over your journey towards what you want to create, towards your purpose. You might be feeling over it. You might be feeling over it in terms of what you believe in terms of family, friendship, community, relationship. You might be over it. You've been wanting what you've been wanting for so long. With the Seven of Pentacles, you've been moving so diligently. You've been working so hard for so long. You are tired. Yes, all of this is growing. All of this is beautiful. Yeah, you're feeling a little bit satisfied with where you are in your journey. You're feeling a little bit satisfied with what you currently have in your hand. Yeah, it's really nice. But remember, you're actually over where it is not yet. What it has not yet become, you're over it. You're over dreaming so big and a new idea of hope is coming in and you're like, I don't need hope. I need my plants to reach the sky. I need my journey to be worth it somehow. I need this time that I've put into this. I need it to mean something bigger than where it started. This still looks like where it started, just a bigger version of it. And that don't feel too good. I don't feel too good. Yeah, I'll give myself some self-love. Yeah, I'll give myself some compassion. Yeah, okay. But I'm fucking angry. I'm pissed off. Where is what I said I wanted? I thought I was supposed to make my petitions to the universe. I thought I was supposed to talk to God. I thought I was supposed to let my parents know what I needed. I thought I was supposed to let the partner know who I was and how to love me. I thought I was supposed to let the friend know what I wanted to create in this dynamic with them and how I wanted to do life with them. I thought I was just supposed to let them know and all that shit would manifest. And it would be as big as the sky. I thought it would far exceed my expectations. I'm pissed off. It didn't do it. It didn't do what it said it was gonna do. And I'm supposed to have hope? Hope is supposed to come out here? No. You're allowed. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to feel disappointed. You're allowed. What you are doing in allowing yourself to feel all that you are, what you're doing, You are ending up breaking generational cycles that have occurred within your lineage, within your communities. There are so many people with which you weren't allowed to say how you felt. There's so many situations where you just had to shoulder it. You just had to rise above. You just had to be the strong, Black, insert your gender pronouns here. You just had to be the femme that could do it all. You just had to be the super parent. You just had to be everything. You had to be the bigger person. Whatever role or title it showed up for you, you had to do it. That's what you were taught. That's what you were socialized at. That's what it felt like your soul was calling you to do. You just had to do it. You just had to figure out how to do it. Because you didn't want to be another person to perpetuate what you have experienced. You have been allowing yourself to be a portal throughout your entire life. And for everything that comes through you, so much of what comes through you to be an expression of the divine. And the divine is not one-dimensional. The divine is multi-dimensional, as are we at the deepest core part of ourselves. And a spiritual journey and a healing journey is meant to connect you to who you are. By now, I'm sure that you've watched Wakanda Forever, because I hope you did. If you haven't, you need to go watch it. And if you've only watched it once, you need to watch it again, because all them characters up in there are people of color. And actors who have been doing this for so long. Support the arts. Support the arts. Let it start with you. I've seen it twice. I gotta get back to it because as soon as it's available to stream, it's gonna be on my list, and I think I'm gonna watch it like at least once a month. I'm just gonna rewatch it because in so many ways, Wakanda Forever showed me what I want in terms of community. I never knew before, not all the way, and it's still forming. It's still forming. But I saw what I wanted in terms of community, and I saw the ways that the movie itself, where it leaves off at the end in terms of the two groups, the Wakandans and the Tolkiens. I was like, I want better for my community. I don't want us to have to fight to get to peace. I want us to all come with peace in mind. I want us to all come as advocates of peace. What could that be like? I want for our conflict to get us closer to peace. What could that be like? That's the world that this soul is open to building. I wonder if you know what you're open to building. You know where you want it to go. You know how big you want it to be. But what are you open to? What energy are you open to? You want this to reach the sky, but if it reaches the sky and it has infections all up through it, gnats gnawing at it, different types of ugly things, but it's reaching the sky. If it's infected, but it's reaching the sky, do you still want it? This period that we're in, this is the time to clarify. Gemini loves picking up all the little pieces, all the little pieces, all the little pieces. The speed at which a Gemini's mind moves is astounding to me. It's astounding to me. If you have issues with Gemini energy, I would definitely recommend that you get your chart reading done, or you look at where in your chart you have Gemini. Because if you have a planet there, there's a part of you that you are trying to neglect. If you have a planet or an asteroid there, there's a part of you that you are trying to neglect by having issues with Gemini, or that you're in conflict with by having issues with Gemini energy. If you don't have anything there and you look and you're like, see? Look, Gemini, let's say, for example, Gemini is in my 5th house. I don't have any planets there. See? Then it's a question of what about that energy are you not allowing to be expressed within you? Because as one of my teachers say, and She actually is on YouTube. I'm on YouTube as a YouTuber because I've been following YouTubers for years, and I'm just like, I want to join. I feel like the little sibling, like, I want to join. I want to play with y'all. And they are people who have like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they put out content all the time, and they do this within the spiritual community, and I am so grateful to be taught by them. I am so grateful to be taught by them. Whew. But and I call them my teachers. So one of my teachers says that we are all the signs. We are all of these energies. We are not just one of them. We don't have to focus on just one of them. But to not allow it to be expressed within you is to cut off a whole part of your multi-dimensionality. That's what I believe. So this Gemini full moon that we have the access to, that is activating the Gemini within us, conjunct Mars retrograde in Gemini, your mind is becoming your ally if you let it. Get specific. Go back to that vision. Go back to where you wrote it down. Go back to the vision boards that you created, if you did. Go back to the dreams that you had. Where is it tangible? Where did you collage? Where did you write it down? Who did you tell? Go back to where it's tangible. Ask the people that you told, what is it that I always wanted to do? Could you tell me what vision I have expressed to you? What do you know it to be now? You'll see how it changed for the people, how their perception is shifting it, or how they've held it as pristine as when you gave it to them. You'll see what happened, number one. It will remind you of what it is you're open to creating. If you are not open to these plants being at the ceiling and being infected, there is more for you to discover about the visions that you have. There's more. There's more to your vision. And the possibility of that can make you so excited. Ooh, it can make you so excited if you're open to it. If you're open to it, it's just an offering. The universe offers so much. They offer so much. Maybe you're feeling hopeless at the possibility of it, of there being more to your vision. Maybe it feels like it's not moving fast enough. Take a deep breath. A lot of information is coming at you. Whether it feels, even if all of it feels resonant, it still can be a lot, right? It's a lot for me to feel. It's a lot for me to attempt to express it all. So I can only imagine what it feels like to receive it and to be experiencing it in your day-to-day. Whether you're feeling this internally within you, you're feeling this in your relationships, or you're seeing this in the larger collective. Most likely, to some degree, it's all three. And that is another thing that takes us into this multidimensional experience. So Mars retrograde in Gemini is reminding me and teaching me that I don't have to try to say it all right away, all at once. I get to share as much as feels possible in that moment, pause, reflect, digest, and come back after some time, after some rest, and see if my thoughts feel exactly the same as they did that day, if I have a little bit less to say, but in a similar vein, or if I don't even feel like talking about it anymore. Gemini is an energy that allows themselves the freedom to change their mind. It's okay to change your mind. So let's recap, okay? I don't give you any more new information, not in this moment. If this still feels like something I want to talk about, and it still feels like this is something you want to hear about, and I'll probably be able to intuitively get a sense of this, then I'll do a part 2, and I'll talk about the rest of what I'm feeling in this energy. But for now, Mars retrograde in Gemini will be conjunct the full moon in Gemini that happened this week. Full moon energy doesn't just last the day of it. It lasts a few days before, a few days after. It's really the whole week long. discovering what it is you may need to release, or what all it is that's coming up, you might be realizing that you're in a Seven of Pentacles energy, or someone around you, someone you care about, or folks in the collective are, where we're looking back over our calendar year and we're wishing that our manifestations were larger than life. But they feel pretty manageable. There is still yet more for your vision. There is more to discover of what it is, of what it could be. You get to discover what are you open to. That's all I got for you today. I could say so much more, but I want to honor my body, and I want to honor this process that we're all in. And I want to honor the lessons that I've been receiving this Gemini Mars retrograde. We don't got to do it all at once. We don't got to try so hard to do it all right now. Capitalism moves at a different pace than our bodies do. Capitalism moves at a different pace than our spiritual journeys do. Take your time, rest, look outside wherever you are, and see if it resonates with or feels in opposition to what your body needs. If it's sunny where you are, but you're noticing how tired you are, take some naps. Start to see how you can slow down. If it's gloomy where you are and that's how you feel, celebrate that you are in alignment with the ecosystem. And again, see what you need in that space. We just get to keep checking in. That's all. So this was just a check-in. And I hope that you feel you have a greater understanding of how what you're feeling aligns with what's going on in the cosmos. Take really good care of yourself. All right. Bye.